Every story is a door. You came here because there's a door calling your name. The orb sees everything. It knows what you need. It has chosen. I only retell. Real or fiction? I won't say. You only need to find meaning for yourself. Listen. Tonight, the orb reveals something ancient. A story that has kept an entire village silent for generations. Have you ever wondered why certain people keep hurting you in the same way over and over again? Why the same failures, the same betrayals, the same pain follows you in no matter where you go? What if I told you these are not coincidences? What if you have met these souls before in lives you cannot remember? Tonight, the orb shows me a village in Rajasthan where people never lie. Not because they're good, but because they fear. They fear the story of Vikram, the farmer who remembered 7 lives and discovered a truth so terrifying it changed how he saw everyone around him. Listen carefully, for this story might reveal something about your own life that you are not ready to see. Vikram was 45 years old. A simple farmer working his fields under the monsoon sky. When lightning found him, they say the bolt was so bright it turned night into day. For 3 days, Vikram lay between worlds, neither living nor dead. When he opened his eyes, everything had changed. He remembered everything. Not just this life, but 7 lives stretching back through centuries. 7 faces he had worn. 7 deaths he had died. 7 debts still unpaid. His wife sat beside him, crying with relief. But when Vikram looked at her face, he did not see his wife. He saw a cruel king sitting on a throne of bones. And he remembered what that king had done. The horror was just beginning. In his first remembered life, Vikram was a king. Not a good king. A tyrant who painted the walls of his palace with the blood of innocents. There was a slave, a young boy, who spilled wine on the royal carpet. The king did not forgive. The boy's screams echoed through the palace halls for 3 days before silence came. In his second life, Vikram was born as a son of another slave. The same palace, different chains. He grew up hungry, beaten, forgotten. He died young, wondering why the universe had cursed him. Never knowing he was paying for sins he could not remember. But karma is patient. It weaves threads across centuries. Vikram looked at his son, his beautiful son, who always seemed sad, who always feared authority. And he recognized those eyes. The slave boy had returned, not for revenge, but to learn if his father's soul had changed. The weight of this truth crushed Vikram's heart. In his third life, Vikram walked a different path. He became a monk, seeking peace, seeking answers. He wandered through forests, meditating under ancient trees, carrying only a golden begging bowl, a gift from a grateful merchant. One night, on a mountain road, darkness found him. A robber, with hungry eyes, demanded the bowl. The monk refused. What happened next? Vikram remembered in terrible detail. The feeling of steel entering flesh, the cold ground against his cheek, the last breath leaving his body. In his fourth life, Vikram became that robber. Born into poverty, raised in violence, he took what he wanted because the world had never given him anything. The pattern continued. Vikram now understood why his neighbor hated him so deeply. The man who lived next door, whose eyes burned with unexplained rage, was the monk. The one Vikram had killed for a golden bowl he could not even remember. And according to the pattern, that neighbor would destroy him within 1 year. In his fifth life, Vikram was a woman. Beautiful, but born into tragedy. The robber from the previous life had ruined her family, killed her father, stolen everything. She died young, consumed by hatred, her last breath a curse. That curse echoed through time. In his sixth life, Vikram was an orphan. Found by the roadside, adopted by a kind family, raised with love. He became a judge, fair and honest, dedicating his life to justice. As if his soul was trying to balance centuries of cruelty. But karma is not mathematics. Good deeds do not simply erase bad ones. The patterns remained. The souls kept finding each other. Life after life, hurt after hurt, revenge after revenge. An endless spiral, spinning through time. Now, in his seventh life, as a simple farmer, Vikram saw the complete picture. Every person in his life was someone from his past. And the cycle was about to repeat again. Vikram knew what was coming. His neighbor, the reborn monk, would destroy him. It was written in patterns older than memory. He had 3 choices. Strike first and continue the cycle. Run away and delay the inevitable. Or Vikram chose a third path. One morning, he walked to his neighbor's house. The man who hated him opened the door with suspicious eyes. Vikram knelt on the ground and spoke words that had never been spoken in 7 lifetimes. In another life, I owed you a great debt. This life, I wish to repay it. The neighbor was confused, then angry, then silent. For 1 full year, Vikram served this man. He helped with harvests, repaired his roof, brought medicine when sickness came. He expected nothing in return. Every insult he absorbed. Every rejection he accepted. Something strange began to happen. The hatred in the neighbor's eyes began to fade, replaced by something that had not existed in 7 lifetimes. Understanding. On the last day of that year, the neighbor came to Vikram. With tears in his eyes, he spoke. I do not know why, but I feel like I have hated you for lifetimes. And I am tired. I am so tired of hating. In that moment, 7 lifetimes of karma dissolved. The cycle was broken. Not by force, not by escape, but by one choice. Forgiveness. Karma is not punishment. Karma is a lesson repeating until you finally learn. Look at your own life. The same type of person who betrays you. The same pattern of failure. The same wound that never heals. These are not coincidences. These are your lessons waiting to be learned. You do not need to remember 7 lives to break your cycle. You only need one moment of courage. One choice to forgive instead of fight. To love instead of hate. To break the pattern instead of becoming it. The orb grows dim now. But remember, the spiral continues until you choose to stop it. The question is, will you?